Hi Forest School friends, welcome back. Glad lots of you had a lovely half term, and we definitely did around here with our fairy and elf door hunts. It was a great success and the children really loved doing it, so well done all of you who took part. Today we're going to have a fire and we're going to do some campfire cooking. I'm going to teach you how to make Welsh cakes. So on Monday the 1st of March it is St David's Day, so I thought that we would do Welsh cakes in honour of St David's Day. So I've got my fire going now. I'm going to show you how to make Welsh cakes. So for your Welsh cakes you will need some plain flour with a little bit of baking powder in it. I'll put all the ingredients in the description box below on the handout for you. You'll need some butter, a bit of milk, some sugar. In here I have got some currants, an egg, a cutter to cut them out with, and a rolling pin to help roll, and a bowl. Okay, so to start off we're going to put our flour into the bowl, and in there, as I said, I have a little bit of baking powder, and then I'm going to get my butter. I'm going to chop it up a little bit into small cubes. And put that into my flour. Now we're going to do something called rubbing the butter and the flour together. So you get your thumbs and fingers and you push and you rub the butter and the flour together. And you keep doing it until it gets into tiny pieces like breadcrumbs. Okay, so we're getting a bit closer now. Just got to get the bigger lumps, lifting up and rubbing it with my fingers. If you want to see if there are any bigger lumps, give it a shake and the big lumps come to the top. About there. So now we're going to add in our sugar. Sprinkle that in. I'm going to leave a little bit left to sprinkle on top of the Welsh cakes at the end. Add in my currants. Mix those through. And now I'm going to add in my egg and my milk. This is one of the eggs from our chickens. I make a well in the middle, crack it in, and a little bit of milk. Where's that milk? Not that much to begin with. I'm going to use a knife. I'm just going to mix the egg around in the middle, and then I'm going to chop through it and split it. Keep doing that until it turns into a dough. Use a little bit more milk. Good. I'm going to get in there with my hand now and see if I can bring it together a little bit. There we go. Right, I'm going to take it out of my bowl. I'm going to bring it onto the board now. Now, when we're on the board, we're going to knead it a little bit. So that's just pushing it together, turning it so that it forms a smooth dough. There we go. Right, I'm going to cut off a chunk of it because I'm not going to roll it all out at one time, otherwise I'll get it too big. So I'm going to start off with a little chunk, roll it into a ball. I'm going to get a little bit of the flour that was left. Ooh, There we go, onto my board so it doesn't stick. Flatten it out. I'm using my rolling pin. I'm going to roll it out to the thickness of the currants, which is about the thickness of a £1 coin. And keep spinning it around so it doesn't stick. And again. There we are, about that thick. And now it's time to cut them out. So push down, a twist, and cut out a cake. Cut out a few cakes here, ready to cook. And as you can see, I've put this grate over. So this is something we have at forest school, which is really useful for putting over fires so that you can put your pans and things on top. This is a cast iron skillet pan that I've only just put on, so it's not too hot yet. It's really heavy. It's excellent for cooking things like Welsh cakes. So there's my fire. I've got my glove here for when the pan gets too hot I can use. Okay, time to put one on. Okay, there we go. Now they take about 2 or so minutes on each side, but it's worth just keep checking them, especially if you're doing it on an open fire, because they can catch, the heat can get a little bit too hot. So sometimes you just have to move it off and then pop it back on. That's the way you vary your heat. Okay, right, it's time to turn them over. Just give them a little flip. Oh, perfect. See, it's a bit colder over this side of the pan than it is over the other. There we are. Another 2 minutes on that side. Hello, Tabby. Did you smell something? Right. These are ready. I'm going to bring my thing off and down. And serve them up. Now they're best served warm with a sprinkle of caster sugar on them. There we go. Clunk, clunk. There we go. Perfect. So that's how you make Welsh cakes. Time to try one. Super soft and a little cakey in the middle. Delicious. This is the raft I built with its sail. Now you can see what it looks like. I'm going to show you how to make one of these. So first of all, you're going to need some sticks. So I've cut these to length, okay? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 longer sticks, 2 slightly shorter ones that will be our bracing support across. I've got another one for the mast for the sail, and I've just found a leaf, different kind of shaped leaves to be for my sail. You're going to need some string and some scissors or secateurs to cut these. Okay, and this is what we're hoping to make. So the first thing you want to do is cut yourself a length of string, okay, which is about 1 foot and a bit long, okay? And then fold it in half so you have a loop at the end here. Then you're going to pick up one of your longer sticks and one of your shorter ones. Okay, you're going to place your shorter one underneath your longer stick, and you're going to loop around the end of your short one, and you're going to place your long one next to it like that. So I've looped it around. I'm going to take these either side of my short stick. I'm going to go round and underneath, and as I go under I twist and bring them then back up either side like that. So they're just twisted underneath, and then I'm going to pull my thread or my string back over. I'll get my next piece and lie it next to the first one I just did, and then I'm going to get my pieces of thread. I'm going to bring them over the top. It's a little bit fiddly. Again, just like I did with the first one, I'm going to take them either side of my shorter one underneath. I'm going to twist them, cross them over, and then bring them back up like that, and put them back over the one I've just placed down. Get my next piece, lie it next to the other ones, pulling tight again. I'm going to take these two, I'm going to take them over my shorter one, twist underneath, so I cross them over and bring them back up, pulling in nice and tight, and put them back over this way. Next one, bring them back over, underneath, cross them over, and then back up. And my last one, over the top, underneath, twist, and back up. Okay, once you've done that, you can then tie it off so it's nice and tight. So I'm going to tie here, simple stopper knot. There we go. So I've done one side. Now I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to do the other side. Now it gets a bit trickier when you're doing the other side because you've already got these in place. So they're already here. So you have to kind of move your way around them. Again, put it in half so you line up your two ends, and you have your loopy end this end. We're going to do the same. We're going to loop it underneath that first shorter stick. Lay these ones on top. So we're going to go over our first stick, over our first one, again underneath, twist, and then bring them both back up and move it over to the side. Get the next one on top, bring our string over, under the short stick, twist, and back. Next one. Right, there we go. Once you've got your structure with the ones underneath all nice and neat, we can trim off these excess bits because we don't need those. And then we need to make ourselves a mast. I'm going to thread my leaf onto it. So just going to make a hole in the leaf, push it through, and make another hole a bit further up, and push it back through. So my twig is threaded through, and then place it between my bits, and there is my new boat. Time to test them out in the water. Here's my little raft, my boat. Let's see if it floats first of all. Oh yes, it does. See if I can, oh, the sail's blowing it already. Here we are. And off she floats. See if you can make one for yourself. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you get a chance to make some Welsh cakes, probably inside rather than outside on the fire, but maybe have a go at that. And I hope you get a chance to make your raft, and see if you can send me some pictures if you do. Excellent. Sammy's going to say bye. And we'll see you again next time. Bye.